right, I didn't film none of the loading process, but yep, there it is, 351 Windsor, and that's gonna be going in the Notch. You can see me and my partner, we just loaded this thing up. Man, I just showed you how bad, out of shape I am right now. But we about to head back to Enterprise and get this thing unloaded, and eventually have that thing at the house and see what's going on. Hopefully y'all can hear me through that awesome Carver exhaust, or Carvin exhaust. But see, everything's loaded up. Big doggone horse flies. Yeah, hey y'all, we got to go. Well, I'm tired. You see, we are sweating. Well, both of us bad out of shape, son. It took everything we could to get that thing loaded. Almost left this thing here and have one shipped to the doggone house. But I'll get back with you whenever we get to the house or whatever and get this thing unloaded, get you a closer look at this thing. But right now we finna go to the store, get us something to drink, maybe something to eat. I gotta feed my partner because I done worked him today. But we're gonna get a little something to drink, possibly something to eat. And if nothing don't come up, we'll get back with you at the house. All right, getting ready to drain this oil out of here. And I thought y'all might want to be interested in seeing how this stuff looks coming out of here after it's been sitting for 8 years. So I got everything pretty much set up, sitting on the stand. So we're gonna see what this oil looks like, because it's probably thick, coming out like maple syrup. Probably got this thing too far away. It's probably gonna make it a mess. Look at that, you can see it already. Looking like it's a little thick. All right. Actually, it's not too bad. Don't look like any water's been in it, at least not right now. Yeah, I don't see any water in there, so ain't no water been sitting in it. At least not in the very bottom of it. Hopefully if there's any water in there, it's the water that I put in it. Yeah, when I was trying to wash this thing off. Yeah, but I guess it don't look too bad. Like I was saying, don't look like any water in it, don't look real milky or anything like that. But it is kind of thick, and like I said, it's been sitting up for 8 years. And I'm not crazy about how this thing is sitting on the stand. It's I mean, I got it mounted, but still, I mean, the engine, from what I read, fully dressed with everything on it, it's like, I think it said it was 658, something like that. But that's with like everything on it. But right now it's missing a few things, so it's a little bit lighter, but not a ton. There's something inside of there. Don't know what that is. Let them grab something to pull that thing out of there, and I'll get back with you in a minute. You know that little thing that was in the drain? I pulled that out, and guess what it was? It's a doggone scorpion. Look at there. That doggone scorpion. Well, so the scorpions in southern Georgia. All right, you've been warned. Try to let you know. That's the rest of the oil draining out. Doesn't look too bad, like I was saying. I don't think any water's in it, other than maybe the water that I put in there, trying to keep this thing cleaned off. But it's not completely clean. We're gonna work on that. It don't look too bad though, to tell you the truth. A little bit of backstory on this thing. A friend of mine, I got it from a friend of mine. It was in I think he said it was a 70s model F100, I do believe. And the guy wrecked the truck, took the engine out, set it over to the side. I think he either rebuilt the truck, put another engine in it, or went another route. But that's the backstory on this thing, because I got to looking at the tags on this thing. When I say tags, I mean some of the serial numbers on this thing, and I'm looking. I saw the numbers right here. and look those up. And by the looks of this thing, it is not a 351 Windsor. But just to make sure, we're gonna clean this thing up. I want to tell you all this stuff while this thing is, while I gotta spray that stuff on there and it's trying to break up all this grime and grit and stuff like that on there. Let me see if this stuff is broke up yet, and see if we can find out exactly what this thing is. And you see we got the engine drain. Not a whole lot of material coming out of the drain port. Luckily, they didn't look milky, like I was saying, any water or anything like that in it. But did a little bit of studying on this thing, and all the information I'm about to give you now is not something that I already knew. It's something. It's not information that I already knew, but it's information that I've read on in the past, I guess, few days or so. So I ain't gonna let you think I'm no expert at these things or whatever, but the little bit of information I got, I'm kind of interested in building this thing back up again. Looking at the number right here, a little bit of looking around and studying and stuff like that. This is either a E360 or E390. The 360 FE was the one that was in the trucks mainly around the 70s, mid 70s, stuff like that. And the 390 FE was in the cars, because I found out that the 360 FE with the 2-barrel carburetor had more torque to it. Of course, you know, because the trucks are heavier back then. And the 390s was in the cars because they had a lot more horsepower, and you didn't really have a lot more weight in the cars than you did the trucks. And so that's what I found out, kind of. If I'm wrong about something, let me know down in the comments. I don't mind. Like I'm saying, this is all new to me. This bad boy right here is brand new to me. I don't really even know anything about the 360 FE and 390 FE. But they did have some 390 FEs in the trucks. They said they did have some in some trucks. And what else? What is it? Oh yeah, the big difference between the two is the stroke of the piston. It's like a 0.29 difference in stroke, like a little bit more than a quarter of an inch stroke difference between the two. And I'm kind of interested in building this thing. I've already got me a book coming on this bad boy right here. If it's a 360 or a 390, I got a book coming on it, how to rebuild it. And from the way it looks, I might not have to do too much to it. I'm hoping I just got to clean this thing up, you know, and get this, mainly just clean it up, get all the gunk out of it and stuff like that. I can get this thing running again, and I can drop it in the Notch. That's what I'm hoping. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of mods to it, maybe bump up the horsepower ever so slightly, and maybe put a 4-barrel on this thing because I want a little bit of horsepower. But they said, if I read on one of the forums that it said if you keep the 2-barrel on there, you're definitely gonna keep torque. And it's kind of weird to me how a 2-barrel got more torque than the 4-barrel, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm kind of digging this thing. I think I'm going to keep it. It's a big block. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot less room than the 350 Windsor that I thought this thing was to begin with. So we're gonna go with it. I've got the engine for free, so right now I'm at a win. I didn't have to pay anything for the engine, so anything right here on up, it's just gonna be mainly for maintenance. So I'm kind of digging that. Let me know down in the comments down below what y'all think about me keeping this 360 or 390 FE engine, and if y'all have any experience on dropping one of these things on a Fox body or not, because I've only seen, I think, 2 videos with somebody with a 360 or 390 FE, I think it was, in their Fox. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how I can get this thing to fit in there. If not, you know, it'll probably be for sale if I can't get this thing to fit and work right. Yeah, so another quick look at this bad boy before we close this thing out. It's not a bad looking motor. I got a lot of the grime off of it. Of course, you know, I gotta get another water pump and all the accessories on the outside, starter, stuff like that. But all in all, looks pretty good. Just still not crazy about how this thing looks on this stand. I mean, I've seen it was mounted like that on some videos that I watched, because I was real leery about this thing, because it's a 1,000-pound stand, and the motor, I think it said fully dressed, is like 650, somewhere around up in there, but it's not quite fully dressed. There's a few components missing off of it. So Yeah, I think I'll be all right though. But like I was saying, I've got not too much experience in having engine stands and engines and all this other stuff out of my vehicles. Usually I don't do too much engine work. But the thing is, I'm gonna try it. It's definitely gonna be something new for me, you know, and is I hope that I might be inspire somebody to kind of build their engine and stuff like that, because they were not experienced at it or nothing, or something like that. They're not experienced with it. But me, I'm not experienced in building no kind of motors. But the thing is, on this one, I'm gonna try to build that one. And if it works, you know, maybe that'll inspire somebody that's a novice in engine building to pick up some wrenches and get to work. So anyway, that's the that's my 360 or 390 FE. We're gonna do a little bit of research on that. So anyway, let me close this thing out. I've been talking long enough. But if you like that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell so you can get that fresh stuff when it comes out, and we'll see you later.